I'm Erin Zozel.
And I'm Drew Coleman.
Welcome to Zo Conversations.
Our show about being real estate partners, local business owners, and friends.
Let's get into it.
Let's do this. Hi.
Hey, girl.
It's sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
Not that we're going to talk about the weather, but
No,
it is
you just
nice
started it.
I know. Well,
Oh, fuck.
I don't want to spend a lot of time on that, but I just want to say that it's nice to bust out your long sleeve clothes again.
It sure is.
Yeah.
So you'll notice today I'm blazed up again.
I know.
Which means...
because you mean business.
I mean business.
I mean...
But now, it's got sleeves.
Oh.
I don't know if you noticed that.
I
was thinking, I can cut them off.
Yep.
Maybe. These are detachable.
Oh.
That's not true.
Wow. What a versatile clothing option. I love that.
I know. Well, I feel
Yeah.
like it is nice though to get into your closet.
Yeah.
And hit the good stuff.
You're like, oh, I forgot. Honestly, there's so many items that I just forgot I even had.
Like
you know,
what?
well, just different. It's like, oh, I forgot about that sweater. Especially things that I bought later in the season and didn't really get to wear that much. It's like, oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was a late in the season swing through Surgeon Jane. I've only wore that once, and
I
now
love
we
that,
get
like
to.
every time we chat on our podcast, somehow Surgeon Jane comes up.
I know. Well, that's where I shop.
Yeah, well, and Bumper Shoot,
I probably got this there.
that comes out a lot too
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
Yep.
We're just keeping it all in the hood.
That's right.
Yeah. So a lot of things happening right now.
Yeah. First of all, you look very tan. You were just.
Thank you. Oh my God, look at my hands.
What about them?
They look tan? Like what about
They're very
them?
tan. They look good.
Thanks.
God, those are some nice hands.
Thank you so much. Yes.
You were in Hawaii.
Just a tanning booth.
Oh,
I tricked you and said I was in Hawaii for a week, but really I've just been sitting at
Wouldn't that
home,
be, like-
not doing anything.
I'm gonna do that to you one day. Just go. I'm gonna be gone in Costa Rica this whole week, and then
This
just
whole month.
chill at my house and just
And then someone was like,
phone
I
is
saw,
nice and quiet.
I saw Drew. I'm like, impossible. I'm like,
No,
I've
no, you
seen
didn't.
him numerous
Everyone has a
times.
twin. It was his doppelganger.
That lives right at 50th and France.
Yep.
And has a husband who looks
Yep.
just like Riley.
Exactly.
I know. Well, yes, I did not lie this time.
I know.
But I've had full sunscreen on, was in Hawaii
Yeah.
for 8 days.
You know what? If you're gonna go all that way, make it 8 days. But I know that's a long time to be gone.
It is a long time.
But was
to
it
be
fun?
gone. I know, we haven't even talked yet.
I know.
This is legit,
This is the first time I'm seeing you since you
I
came
know.
back.
That's why when you were trying to talk to me this morning, I'm like,
You're like, save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod.
Right.
Yeah. We have to
All
talk
5
about
of
the
our
pod
listeners
later.
want to hear us catch up.
Yes. And
Okay.
even my dad was like, I can't wait to hear about your trip on your podcast.
Oh.
Don't say anything. Don't tell me anything more. Because he likes to watch the podcast as we
And,
talked
like,
about
oh,
over and over again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
Same.
Yeah. So in Hawaii for a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And we both had wedding weekends, obviously, and I haven't even heard about this yet. But
I know.
the long and short of it, it was my other nephew, Oliver, who got married to Miwako. So they've been
Cute.
together for like 8 years.
Aw.
They are the loveliest couple.
Love that.
And it's been in the works for a long time. So they've been engaged for a long time. But his brother is the one that got married a month ago in D.C.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of wedding-ing. So
Yeah.
his brother got married a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
He got married just this last weekend.
Yep, just this last weekend. So it's
a lot.
it's been a month of weddings. So I went from like going to no weddings
Yeah.
for years, and
Yep.
then all of a sudden it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
but I love a wedding. The weather was gorgeous. The venue was amazing.
That's the best
it was
thing about
on
Hawaii.
Kona. Have you been to Kona before?
I've not been to Kona.
Okay,
No.
I had not either.
I've been to Maui and I've been to Oahu and Lanai.
Where's Lanai?
It is actually not far from Maui. It's actually in Maui County.
Oh,
But there's pretty much nothing on it except
Yeah.
for 2 big resorts and then like the little town I think the little town, the only people that live in the town are pretty much like the people that work at the resorts.
Oh, really?
There's nothing there. It's very
Yeah.
remote and small.
Very remote.
But gorgeous.
yeah. I mean, it's Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean,
Gorge.
you can't beat that
Gorgina.
weather.
Yeah. It
Gorgina,
was amazing.
for sure.
But it was great. Everything was awesome. The weather was perfect. It was
Yep.
great seeing all my family, all of Charlie's family.
That's awesome.
It was like a little bit like Augie and Summer's wedding in DC was like 350 people.
Yep.
I think this was like 100 and something.
Okay.
But the coolest part, so Miwako is her full family is from Japan.
Okay.
So so that's why they chose that.
It's kind of like a
place.
halfway point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was, I mean, just that part of it, like meeting her family, they were lovely. And
Aw.
it was so cool. Like, I don't know much about the Japanese culture, you know?
Yeah.
And so it was,
Me
they
neither.
did like this whole, but it's like a sake toast thing where they have like this whole thing where they smash this like sake box and the whole
Fun.
thing goes, and then they have these boxes that you use to drink the sake out of for these like toasts. Like, it was really cool.
That sounds super fun.
Yeah. It was great.
I'd be there for that.
Yeah, it was, and the food was incredible, and it was just neat hearing everybody's toast in Japanese.
Cute.
And my niece Davis learned her whole toast for her brother all in Japanese.
Stop.
Yeah, so I mean
How cute is that?
it was. She said it took her a very long time.
I could
but-
imagine.
Yeah, but it was so cool. So that was like the coolest part. But yeah,
Fun.
so went there, hung out. It was great, but that flight,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a doozy.
it's a doozy.
Because it's did you do like the overnight to LA and then
On the way back, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one was, I mean, it's just, to cut this shorter, I mean, it's just like 11 hours
Yeah,
of travel.
I
So,
know.
and then it's a 5-hour difference when you get there. So
I
you're
know.
just like messed up for days, which
Yeah.
is why we had so many, they're like, get there early.
Yeah.
And then the wedding was in the middle, like on a Thursday.
Yep.
And then you have like those 2 days to kind of recover and get back, you know? So
I
it was
see.
like it was
I wondered when the wedding was. 'Cause I knew you were there for
Mm-hmm.
a week or 8 days if you count your travel. But I was like,
Yeah.
is the wedding on like the last day? That wouldn't make sense. I'm glad that makes more sense that it was on Thursday.
It was on a
Kind of in the
Thursday.
middle.
Yeah, but
Fun.
the days beforehand, so Griffin and Sloan, so they were Griffin's 17, Sloan's 14.
Yep.
And so they just they're like the way youngest cousins, so all their other cousins are older and cool, and they're
Yeah.
all like super tight with them. And so we went and did like karaoke one night. So we
Yeah.
like snuck them in the bar and got them in there. And they weren't drinking or anything, but
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
were there along. Like, it was like everyone was like, there was like nobody in the bar. So we pretty much, it was like this dive bar.
You commandeered.
Yes, and it was a blast.
What did they sing?
American Boy.
Oh.
And it was-
Take me to the-
Go someday. Yeah, that one.
Love.
That one.
That's a good one.
Which we should do. That'd be a good one for us.
Yeah.
Because then we can use our harmony skills.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's it.
And I could do like, isn't there like a
You do the Kanye part.
yeah the Kanye part?
and
The
then
rap
I do
part.
the Estelle part.
Yep, makes sense.
This is it. We're going to need to set up a practice here
Let's-
ASAP.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's find a VFW and show them how it's done.
I mean, I'm not kidding at all.
I know.
It's going to happen.
Okay.
So I'm going to plan that. But
Okay.
yeah, so that was great. They had a blast. It was super fun.
Good.
But you were in the same thing though. So I haven't even heard. So you
Yeah.
officiated your first wedding.
Yeah, I
which
was.
I would throw up if I had to do that.
Let me tell you. So yes, so this was my brother-in-law's wedding. It was in Cannon Falls at
Okay.
this really beautiful golf like clubhouse type of thing.
Oh, nice.
Out past Hastings. And yeah, they asked me to officiate it a few months back. Such an honor to be asked to do that. I do plenty of public speaking. I get up in front of crowds and speak at the gym all the time. I've like, done larger crowds and stuff. My process is to just kind of like make bullets and kind of speak off the cuff. And that's what I did. And it went really well, but when I tell you, it's like that was like the most nervous I've been in a really long time.
It's someone's
Like,
wedding.
Someone's wedding. What if I freeze? I just kept telling myself, like, you know them really well.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
everything that there is to say. There were a couple things that I like didn't get out that I did in my practice, but it's just so nerve-wracking. And you're a little bit like, I wanted it to be kind of funny and I wanted it to be kind of light, but then I was like, what if I make some kind of joke and then it's just like dead stares? Luckily that didn't happen, but if that would have happened, I think then that's what would have made me freeze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was good. It was short and sweet. And
Have you seen that TikTok? Just to interject here, the one
Yeah.
where that lady's officiating and all of a sudden she's like, "Bleh," like in the middle of it.
I think I have seen that.
I mean, it kind of went viral, but it's like,
Okay, but I see where she's coming from because
Everyone was
it's
just
that. It's that. I was just like, am I gonna? There was a couple times where I was like, I hope I don't faint, because it's just
don't lock your knees, bro.
I didn't lock my knees. I remembered that. But like my heart was beating out of my chest.
I can't.
Only in the beginning. Like once I actually started talking, nerves went away. But it was like the lead up. I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, we didn't notice." Everyone was very complimentary, which was really nice. But I was, in hindsight, it was fun. I would do it again. How about that? So if you need an officiant, I am ordained now forever, like for good.
It would be for my next wedding.
There's no expiration. To you're much younger.
Yes.
You're gonna pull a me.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, right. There it is. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be great for me to get married again, but it'd be great if I ever did.
You know what? I could do. Why don't you guys do like a vow renewal? And I could.
Well, next year's 20 years.
I know that's 20 or 25. I think would be a good. First of all, congratulations! Wow.
Well, we're not there yet.
Well, true. We got.
We're
Let's
not
not
there yet.
Let's not count our chickens.
Nope. Just kidding. I know. We were sitting at the wedding, Charlie and I were, and it was just like, like everyone's just like looking at each other. They're saying, and again, like we've been to quite a few weddings lately. And everything. And then the first couple we'd been to, I was just like, oh, like looking. And then by this one, he goes over, like grab my hand. I'm just like, oh,
don't touch me.
That's enough. Like, okay, let's move on here. Like, just no, love him, but I was just like. Okay, like he was just like looking. I'm like, no, don't.
Well, I mean, by the time you got to this wedding, you guys had been like traveling for almost a week.
Yeah.
Planes, trains, and automobiles to get to Kona.
Absolutely.
It's just there's stress,
Yeah.
The wedding that I went to, it was very sentimental and sweet. A lot of tears, a lot of tears of joy, and a lot of like really good speeches. Riley made a speech. His was all jokes, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. So, but actually, the crowd. Everybody laughed hysterically at it. He goes, he's like, he introduced himself as.
I'm already laughing.
I know.
Say it. Like,
he introduced himself as Grant's little brother, and he's like, well, I mean, actually, younger brother, because I'm quite taller. And then he's like, says to the bride, he says to his brother, how lucky are you that you get to marry this gorgeous, smart, funny, like witty new wife. And then he's like, Lauren, how lucky are you that you now have like the most handsome, funny, amazing brother-in-law. And everybody started laughing. Everybody started laughing. It was really fun.
That is good.
He was like, oh God, I had to do my speech and, just pacing.
Yeah.
But he nailed it, went off without a hitch. His brother in his speech to the crowd addressed their parents and was like crying, called his dad his hero. Everyone was crying. It was just like very sweet. The whole wedding was very sweet. Lots of love.
Well,
yeah.
I love that. I think it's
I love love.
As we both had weddings, but again, mine was in Hawaii, and the whole thing, I think that, obviously you know this, but it's, well, of course you know this. I'm talking to you. What's happening?
Yeah. Are you still jet lagged a little bit?
I'm still a little messed up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Where am I?
We're in the North Loop right now.
You look familiar.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Drew. Nice to meet you.
That's what I feel like right now. I just feel completely
well,
whatever.
Okay, but are you still like, is it still whatever time in the morning to you right now? No. Okay. So you're adjusted, you feel like. I'm
fully committed to this time zone now.
Got it. Go.
I'm in it.
Stop, rewind, play. Go.
Yep. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
But when we were, the 5-hour difference, like as we were going through all these real estate transactions and everything, I do love at one point you gave me as we're on our group text with all of our clients, and he's like, okay, Erin, please go relax. And like, because I was like kind of messed up on the time. Like I knew it was that much later, but you're like, okay, there's a 3-hour delay of me responding to things. He's like, get off this group text.
It was a 5-hour delay.
But so like by the time I responded to what you were,
it was 5 hours later. I love that the one thing that you responded to, I was like, oh, bless her.
For the keys?
Was literally they needed help in that exact moment getting into the property.
Yeah.
And so I basically texted them like, hey, Erin is in Hawaii. Like because it was stagers picking up their stuff.
Yeah, I know.
And then I love how you come through 5 hours later. Hey guys, I'm gonna try to figure something out here. It's like, No, it's been figured out at this point.
They were they were at the house when I responded.
No.
Yes, they were.
Well, because they left that job, went and did another job, completed that job. Then they went to their warehouse, got the key they needed, then went back to the house.
I was not aware of that.
And so I'm like, Erin, everything real estate related is completely under control. Please enjoy where you're at. Be in the moment. Enjoy Hawaii.
Listen, I know you well enough to know, like, that's a shut the hell up.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't I got you, girl.
Yeah.
I love you so. I'm like,
yep.
I see what you're doing.
It was several blinks.
Yes. And I showed it to Charlie. I'm like, look. And Charlie was like, that means get off this group. I'm like, I know. Yeah. I know that. That's why I'm showing it to you, because I just know you too well. I'm like, yeah, I got this. I'm going to need you to knock that shit off.
I'm like, go ahead. And I even told Riley, I'm like, look at Erin responding 5 hours later. And he just goes, girl.
Well, that's the right response.
I mean.
But like when we're on vacation, it's like, it happens. Like, we get these deals. Like, everything starts to come together.
No.
The second one of us goes on vacation.
Exactly.
It's like all of a sudden
happens
things are
every
all
time.
buttoned up, and then all of a sudden it's like not just like anything's happening to other deals. It's like, this buyer who's like been saying they're going to wait 2 years is like,
all of a sudden
they're at the house ready to get in.
They went through an open house. They're there right now.
They have a briefcase of money, and they're ready to buy today. And it can't be tomorrow.
No, because they're accepting offers for one more hour.
For one more hour.
Yeah, and I'm about to literally take off.
Yeah.
We're on the tarmac.
Yeah.
And I'm getting this text message.
It happens all the time.
The number of times I've had to finally, they're like, okay, you can take out your portable electronics. I have to go up in the overhead, get my computer, and like either write an offer or write a counter offer or do something like that. You would think like that's maybe happened once. No.
That's why it's like we're
Many
going out,
times.
like if we go on vacation together, like we're going out on a catamaran, like that other meme of someone like biking like on one of those water things, like with their computers, just like I mean, it's like it's real, like it is. That's why I'm like, come on. I mean, it really is. Like, this house just came on today. They're only accepting offers for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They're only doing a third. Like, that doesn't really happen, but it feels like that.
They're just we're at the open house.
Yeah.
You guys didn't even know we were looking right now.
Yeah, but guess what?
I'm not going to complain about that.
Which is why we usually, there's one of us gone
No,
and the
it's
other
like,
one's here.
well, it's like, why don't you get out of here? Because we need things to pick up a little bit.
Why don't you stop responding to my texts?
Yeah.
Group text 5 hours later.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry about that. I was just trying to help.
I do appreciate you.
But I did find a solution. Let's focus on that.
Okay, you did.
I did.
What was the solution? I'd like to know, actually. I'm curious.
Stephanie's like, I'm driving all around St. Paul. I can run over and do it.
Okay, but here's the thing. I already told them you guys are going to have to figure this out. So then I looked like a dummy because then you came up with the solution 5 hours later.
Well, 5 hours later is better than never.
That's true.
I'm solution driven.
You know what? That's true.
But you are right. That is like, right after I was like,
that's like when the mom says, no, you can't have that. And then the dad's like, here you go.
I mean, we are kind of mom and dad in these. And listen, you save the day plenty of times when I'm like, ugh, and then you're like, hey, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, at least we're always coming up with solutions.
That's true.
Let's focus on that.
Let's focus on the positive, that you were trying to help and that you were doing a good thing. And I think you did do a good thing. You know what? Those stagers, they feel taken care of, guaranteed.
Well, good, because that house
even though they had to figure it out for themselves, that house is sold.
I know.
That house is sold.
Again, things are picking up, and then they're going
what
in
a
like
weird year.
It was bizarre. I know we talk about this all the time, but it really is every few weeks when we do this podcast, things have shifted. And it's you don't know it's just a wild market.
This is what's Richard always say. Only thing you can count on is not being able to count on anything.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say.
He says it more eloquently. Mm-hmm. It's not. It comes out rolls off his tongue a little better.
Okay.
But okay, it's completely shifting gears. This is a random thought.
Okay, go.
Have you had the new Chicken Big Mac at McDonald's?
Do you think I've had?
I know that you haven't.
So here's my thing in this.
Okay.
When you ask me things that you know.
Actually,
maybe you didn't know. Maybe I would have had the Chicken Big Mac.
Yeah, I could see you being like, my kids were like, "Hey, try it."
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
think you've had it.
It's pretty good.
Okay, tell me more about this.
So it's basically just a Big Mac, but instead of beef patties,
are there two?
There's two. just like the regular Big Mac. But it's almost like
a regular Big Mac.
What?
I've never had a regular Big Mac in my life. Hand to God.
Why?
I don't know. It's just never come up.
It's just never come up?
I have never had it.
Okay. It's like the most iconic, probably the most iconic fast food item.
I have never had it.
Okay. Well, this story just kind of lost its luster.
Well, now I need to go get a Big Mac. Okay, but I do know it's got 2 patties.
Yes,
That's
and
what I
3
do know.
buns. It goes bun, patty, bun, patty, bun. Yeah. Special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions.
What's the special sauce?
It's like Thousand Island is the best way to describe it. When you say it's like Thousand
Have
Island.
you had one?
Everyone's had. Okay, just newsflash. Everyone in the free world has had a Big Mac.
I'm not saying I've never been to McDonald's. I'm just saying I've never had.
I know,
a Big
but
Mac.
it's almost worse that you've never had a Big Mac.
Well,
I'd rather you say I've never been to McDonald's. The fact that you've been to McDonald's.
Hey, let's try this again.
Okay.
Start from the beginning. Start asking the question.
Have you had a chicken Big Mac?
No, not yet.
Okay. It's like a Big Mac but with chicken. The chicken is like one giant chicken nugget, basically. 2 of those.
Oh, so instead, it's got a bun chicken.
Bun, chicken, bun. Lettuce, special sauce, pickles.
Just like the Big Mac. Is it as good as the Big Mac? Because I can't get enough of those.
No.
It's
not as good.
Okay, well.
I don't think it's as good. The Big Mac is like one of my go-tos.
Same.
I mean, listen, I have McDonald's 4 times a year.
Same.
Maybe 4 times a year. It's usually like on road trips.
Mm-hmm.
And if I go there, I'm either getting a Big Mac or I'm getting chicken nuggets. Here's the thing: the chicken Big Mac is like my 2 favorite things there combined, because the chicken patty on the Big Mac on the chicken Big Mac
here.
is like a large chicken nugget, basically.
I think we know what we're doing after this.
I already had one today.
You did not have one.
No, I just had it today for the first time. It's for a limited time. They're not gonna always have it.
It's for a limited time.
You got it. You can't just,
Well, you didn't lead with that. I thought this was just something new to their menu.
It is brand new to their menu, and it's limited time only.
Oh, good, because I don't know if I can switch fully from Big Macs to that. I just need to know the Big Macs.
Well, you'd have to have a Big Mac first before you can switch to anything.
Remember, we're talking about. I've already had.
Oh, you already had it. I see. Yep.
Anyway, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that, and a Big Mac. I'm gonna try both.
Are you gonna try both?
Yep. Not at the same time. I think I might.
You should. No. You should go with Charlie. Get both. You can have some bites of both, and he can have some. You guys can split both.
Kind of like the state fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to sit down. I'm going to hunker down with Love Is Blind, because I have not even started that, and I am.
Oh my gosh.
Super pumped.
There's some characters this year.
You started it already?
I did.
Is it done?
No. It's like I think there's 7 episodes out, and then you know how they always
2 chunks.
And two or 3 chunks.
Okay, is this one as good as the other ones? Is it better? Give me a little. Don't tell me too much, but tell me enough to get me excited.
I think it's going to be better. I think that there are going to be, because remember last time there were really no good. I don't think there were any successful. No one said I do.
No.
I think only 3 couples even made it to the end or whatever. There was a lot of just incompatibility, not getting along, and fighting last time.
But here's the thing. I will say this. I did see a clip where there was a guy that was talking.
That guy. That's the guy.
He's an art dealer?
Yes.
Okay. That's the only I saw that clip where he was like, he's so financially fine.
Mama.
And okay, that's the guy?
Cringe.
Okay.
That guy is cringe. That guy will make your skin crawl. Leo.
That's the only clip I saw. It was just one tiny clip. I was like, oh my God.
He's the worst.
Everything about him
it's
is
not just
not good.
It's not just about him talking about his money. It's everything about this guy. It's how he talks. It's how he talks to people.
Like in the pods, is he like that cringe in the pods?
Yes.
Are the girls or guys or whoever?
He actually has people that are that he's matching with. Well, okay, but here's the thing. There's a gold digger on there, and she's she has no apologies about being that.
Get down, girl.
Get
down.
She's going for the, you know what I mean? But he's actually matching with people, but he's really bad.
Okay.
The worst person. So it makes for good TV.
Okay.
And there's also, I think there seems to be some other really strong connections, and there's a lot of guys like opening up about their feelings. It's like the opposite of toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity this time. It's like guys who are like sharing, crying, sharing their stories, being emotional, being vulnerable. It seems like there's a lot more of that going on this season.
Yeah, because it was just like a lot of like bro energy last time. It was just like
this time. No, it's like
got a little not to be a little much.
Yeah.
Hey, also, do you think that at some point here they're going to be doing like all sexuality, all? No,
that won't work.
Why not?
You can't have that.
Why can't you have that?
You can't put because think about the logistics of that.
That's what I'm trying to think about.
What do you think is going to happen in the quarters? If it's a quarters full of gay guys, what do you think is going to happen?
A lot of dancing?
Sure. Let's just say that. Let's just say that.
I mean, not necessarily.
Okay.
What if we had parameter? What if everyone was in different? I don't know.
They'd have to be like sequestered to their own like room or something.
It'll work with women for sure. They'll be like, that's fine. You wouldn't have to worry about the women. Like, probably wouldn't get as wild as
that. I can't comment on that. Maybe. I don't know.
But I just think that'd be fun to see, like going Love is Blind and like people that like are bisexual or everything. Like just like that would be an interesting thing. The
logistics would have to be worked out.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, I think where there's a will, there's a way. I think you can.
Or
okay.
They have a voice thing on, like a.
So you can't hear that. You can't tell their voice, like a voice.
Like a voice mask or whatever it's called.
Okay.
So you can't tell if it's a woman or a man or whatever. And then, I mean, everything. You are blind and deaf now. Love is blind. Like, I mean.
Love is Helen Keller.
But you can still talk to them.
Right, okay.
So they're still getting to know their personality, but you don't know anything else about them. And if you have people that are.
Do you think you can get a sense for someone's personality if you can't like hear their voice inflection and stuff? If everything just sounds like, you're
I don't know.
Like that, like they always sound when they disguise voices.
I feel like that's my normal voice. Anyway.
Sometimes it is. In the morning, if you call me before your coffee, I'm like, whoa, let's do some voice exercises and try that again.
Aaron, it shifts a little bit to that. Yeah, but I think something to think about. I think it's something to workshop.
Let's workshop it. I like the idea of it, the inclusivity of it.
Thinking outside the box.
I'm just telling you, logistics would need to be figured out there for when they're not in the pods.
Okay, well, I think my next step is Big Mac, couch.
Yep.
In that order.
Yeah. You want to go right from here to the chicken Big Mac?
I don't know if I can do if I haven't had a real Big Mac, I think
you should start with the regular.
Okay, is it a giant? How big is it?
I mean, it's pretty big. Are we
talking like this? Or like this?
No, the first one.
Like this?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I'm going to do it.
I can't wait to see what you think.
Yeah.
What's not to like about Thousand Island?
I don't know. I just don't really hit Thousand Island.
You don't?
When do you hit? I've never, out of our friendship of 8 years, I've never seen you.
Every time I have a Big Mac.
Well, I guess I didn't.
It's basically just like, like mayo, ketchup, and relish. I think that's kind of pretty much what it is.
It's like a burger sauce.
Yeah, it's like a burger sauce. It's like a burger sauce.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of things. Speaking of food.
Yeah.
And rounding this out here.
Okay.
Because this is important.
Okay.
You know this. You saw the signs go up.
I sure did.
I got some of their first merch.
You did.
Which is insane. It is so good.
So we're talking about Mothership. At
Pizza
51st
Paradise.
Mothership Pizza Paradise by the people of Mr. Paul's.
Yeah.
51st in France, opening very, very soon. The awnings are out. The booths are in. Mm-hmm. The bar, it's looking pretty close. I just looked in the other day.
Yeah.
I walked in it.
I'll be there tonight to check it out. Then the soft opening is next week, but I have my open house for the salon at the same time, so I'm going to do that and then go there afterwards for that. But
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's like right in your backyard, literally in your backyard.
I know, and pizza's my favorite food. Well, not literally, but yes.
Yeah, it's mine.
Pizza's my favorite food.
And we're going to do this.
And also, our favorite bartender, one of our favorite bartenders, don't let the other, Earmuffs all of our other favorite bartenders besides Amy. Amy
and Gerald,
her wonderful husband, are going to be the Sunday Fun Day bartenders there on Sunday days.
I mean, it's going to be epic.
It's going to be...
She's the best bartender, but her husband, Gerald, who is like a wine rep too.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He was Butcher and the Boar. Like he ran the whole thing at Butcher and the Boar.
Yeah.
And he's not behind the bar at all anymore, but like everyone...
He's like coming out of retirement he's coming out of bartending retirement for this.
Yeah. Yep.
On
What do
Sunday.
they call that? They call the shift it's like the superstar shift or something like that.
Sunday day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Their shift, like they brought in like the people.
They brought in like kind of like local celebrity bartenders.
Yeah. Well, they are.
And it's going to work.
It's going to be great.
I know we told Carrie, who owns it, with Tommy, we're like, that is like such a great idea. Like, because of that, we're going to be there all the time. And she's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why I did it.
Planned, y'all.
That's why we did it.
We know how to run a business.
Yeah. We're like, oh.
Like, have you guys ever thought about how great that is that you're bringing in Amy and Gerald?
They're she's like, yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Very deliberate.
Yeah.
We thought it out. We approached them about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're also going to have, I'm like, it's so great. You're also having beer and cocktails and stuff too.
I know.
And they're like, yeah.
Like just in time
we thought about it.
It's fall season. They're like, yeah, this was planned.
It was planned.
It's almost like we know what we're doing.
It's almost like we have a business plan.
It's almost as though we're restaurateurs who have experience and know what they're doing. Almost. Yeah.
But that opens up next week, so we're going to hit that hard.
Yeah, we are.
And then we're just going to wait. And now we're going to be reporting back on what's happening in the restaurants around town.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
That's kind of what we do.
That's what we do.
And tag people and just like.
I know,
because
it's spooky season.
I'll tag McDonald's for this.
Oh, I mean, sure.
I'm just saying we could get something big out of this.
What if they just approach us and they're like, the chicken Big Mac is blowing up because of you guys.
The Big Mac is blowing up because of you guys.
the Big Mac.
It's had no play.
What if all of a sudden you tap into this community of people who have never had a Big Mac and they all start getting a Big Mac and the Big Mac goes, like, sales go through the roof? And you're to blame. You're the new face and spokesperson of the Big Mac.
They could change it to the Easy Mac. What if they just decided to change its name to my initials and the whole thing goes viral? And then all of a sudden they get a lot of business at McDonald's because of
all of a sudden they're popular.
All of a sudden they're popular. All of a sudden they're a household name.
You know what? A girl can dream.
I know.
Mm-hmm. A girl can dream.
I know. Well,
happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Drew.
We'll see you soon.
You know you will. See you at McDonald's.
Okay, toodles. Headed straight there right now. Bye.